I caught my daughter-in-law red-handed in my bedroom at 2 a.m., and what she was stealing broke my heart more than any diamond ever could. My name is Eleanor. I'm 79 years old. And last Tuesday night, I discovered that the woman I trusted like a daughter had been robbing me blind for over a year. It started with a stomachache. I'd eaten too much of Maria's lasagna at dinner. She's my son Robert's wife. Been married to him for 15 years. Always seemed like such a sweet girl. Always calling me Mom Eleanor. Always bringing me flowers. Always asking about my health. I should have known it was too good to be true. The stomachache hit around midnight. Sharp pains that made me double over. I got up to get some antacid from the bathroom. That's when I heard it. Footsteps in my bedroom. Soft, careful footsteps. Like someone trying not to wake me. My bedroom is right down the hall from the guest room where Maria was staying. She and Robert had a big fight. She'd been sleeping here for 3 days while they worked things out. At least, that's what she told me. I tiptoed down the hallway in my slippers. My bedroom door was cracked open. Inside, I saw a shadowy figure hunched over my dresser. Someone was going through my jewelry box. My heart pounded. Was it a burglar? I crept closer. The figure turned slightly and I saw her face in the moonlight. Maria, my daughter-in-law. The woman I'd welcomed into my home. The woman I'd treated like family. She was stealing from me. I watched in shock as she carefully removed my grandmother's pearl necklace from the jewelry box. The same necklace I'd worn on my wedding day. The same necklace my mother had worn on hers. Maria slipped it into her pocket and reached for my diamond earrings. The ones my husband gave me for our 25th anniversary. That's when I spoke. Find everything you're looking for. Maria spun around like she'd been shot. Mom, Eleanor! You scared me. I scared you. You're the one stealing from me in the middle of the night. I wasn't stealing. I was just looking for what? I couldn't sleep. I thought I heard something. So you decided to go through my jewelry box. Maria's face went red, even in the dim light. I was checking to make sure nothing was missing. Something is missing. My grandmother's pearl necklace. It's in your pocket. Maria's hand instinctively went to her pocket. I don't know what you're talking about. Empty your pockets, Maria. Mom Eleanor. Please. This is embarrassing. What's embarrassing is getting caught stealing from your husband's mother. I wasn't stealing! Then empty your pockets and prove it. Maria hesitated, then slowly reached into her pocket. She pulled out the pearl necklace. I can explain. I'm listening. I was going to borrow it for a job interview tomorrow. I wanted to look professional at 2 a.m. Without asking, I didn't want to wake you. Maria, that necklace is worth a 15,000. You were going to borrow a 15,000 necklace without permission. Her story was falling apart and she knew it. Maybe I should go back to bed. Maybe you should explain why you're really here. I told you. Robert and I had a fight. Money? What about money? Maria sat down on my bed, started crying. We're broke, Mom Eleanor. Completely broke. How broke? Or 80,000 in debt. Credit cards, medical bills, the mortgage. Robert doesn't know how bad it is. You've been hiding debt from my son. I was trying to handle it myself. By stealing from me. I wasn't stealing! I was going to pawn a few pieces. Just temporarily. Until I could get the money together. How many pieces? Just a few. How many? Maria, maybe 5 or 6. I walked over to my jewelry box and opened it. Half of it was empty. Maria, where's my wedding ring? My original wedding ring. The simple gold band Arthur gave me in 1963. I don't know. It was right here last week. In this little velvet compartment. Maria wouldn't look at me. Maria, where is my wedding ring? I sold it. The words hit me like a slap. You sold my wedding ring? I was desperate. We were about to lose the house. That ring was worth maybe 200. How does 200 save your house? It doesn't, but it helped with groceries. I felt sick. What else did you sell? Just a few things. What things? Your ruby brooch, my mother's ruby brooch, and the gold bracelet with the emeralds, Arthur's last gift to me before he died. Maria nodded, still crying. And the diamond tennis bracelet, the one Robert gave me for our 30th wedding anniversary. I'm sorry! I was going to buy them all back. With what money? You just told me you're 80,000 in debt! I was going to get a job, start paying for everything. I sat down in my chair. My legs felt weak. Maria, how long has this been going on? What do you mean? How long have you been stealing from me? I'm not stealing! Borrowing requires permission. How long? Maybe 6 months. Try again. A year. The truth, Maria, since Arthur died, my husband had been dead for 3 years. You've been stealing from me for 3 years. Not stealing, just taking things you weren't using. Like what? Small things, a necklace here, a ring there. What small things? Your silver jewelry, some of the costume pieces, my grandmother's cameo brooch. You never wore it? Because it was my grandmother's. I was saving it for my granddaughter. Robert doesn't have a daughter. He might someday. Maria looked confused. Mom Eleanor, Robert had a vasectomy 5 years ago. What? He never told you. We decided not to have kids. This was getting worse and worse. So you figured you might as well steal my family heirlooms. They were just sitting there. They were sitting there because they were precious to me. But you never wore them. I didn't wear them because I was saving them. For special occasions, for family. What family? Robert's an only child and he's not having kids. That doesn't give you the right to steal from me. I wasn't stealing. I was repurposing. That's the same thing. Maria stood up and walked to the window. Mom Eleanor, you have so much jewelry. Boxes full of it. You can't possibly wear it all. That's not the point. Then what is the point? The point is it's mine. Those pieces have history, memories. They belong to people I loved. But what good are they doing just sitting in boxes? They're connecting me to my past. To Arthur. To my mother. To my grandmother. But Mom Eleanor, you're 79 years old. How much longer are you going to live? The question stopped me cold. Excuse me, I mean, realistically, what are you going to do with all this jewelry? You never go anywhere fancy anymore. Maria, are you telling me you stole from me because you think I'm going to die soon? I'm not saying that. I'm saying you have things you're not using, and we have debts that are destroying our lives. So you decided to help yourself to my belongings. I was going to tell you eventually. When I got everything straightened out. How were you planning to explain missing jewelry? I was going to buy replicas of my grandmother's pearl necklace, of my mother's ruby brooch. Yes, Maria, those aren't just jewelry, they're family history. You can't replace family history with replicas. But if they looked the same, they wouldn't be the same. The value isn't in how they look. The value is in where they came from. Maria clearly didn't understand. Mom Eleanor, I think you're being sentimental. Sentimental. These pieces represent 60 years of marriage, 40 years of motherhood, 80 years of family history. But they're just things. Just things. Maria, that pearl necklace in your pocket. My grandmother wore it when she married my grandfather in 1923. My mother wore it when she married my father in 1943. I wore it when I married Arthur in 1963. Do you know what I was planning to do with it? What? I was planning to give it to Robert's wife on the 20th anniversary. I was planning to give it to you. Maria's face went white. What? That necklace was going to be yours. In 2 years on your 20th anniversary, I was going to surprise you with it. Mom Eleanor, the diamond tennis bracelet. I was saving that for Robert, for when he retires, something to remember his father by. Maria started crying harder. The ruby brooch, the emerald bracelet. I was planning to divide all my jewelry between you and Robert when I die. Leave each of you something beautiful to remember me by. I didn't know. Of course you didn't know. Because instead of talking to me about your money problems, you decided to rob me. We tried to handle it ourselves, for stealing from family. We didn't want to burden you with our problems, so you burdened me with theft instead. Maria sat back down on the bed. What do we do now? Well, there is no we. You stole from me. Are you going to call the police? I thought about it. I should. Please don't. It would destroy Robert's career. Maybe Robert should have thought about that before he married a thief. I'm not a thief. I'm a desperate woman trying to save her marriage. By stealing from your husband's mother. I made a mistake. You made dozens of mistakes. Over 3 years, what do you want me to do? I want you to give me back everything you stole.
I can't. Why not?
Because I already sold most of it. To who? Pawn shops, jewelry store, online dealerage. Get maybe 20,000. You sold 50,000 worth of my jewelry for 20,000. Pawn shops don't pay full value.
Where's the money now?
Gone. We used it to pay bills. I felt nauseous, Maria. You sold my family's history to pay your credit card bills.
We were desperate.
Or so you decided to steal from the one person who would have helped you if you just asked. Would you have helped us? Of course I would have helped you. You're my family. We own 80,000. I would have figured something out. How? I don't know. But I would have tried. Instead, you chose to steal from me. I was ashamed. You should be ashamed. But not of having money problems. You should be ashamed of being a thief. Maria was crying so hard she could barely speak. Mom Eleanor, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Sorry doesn't bring back my grandmother's pearls. I'll get them back, I promise. How? I'll buy them back from wherever I sold them. With what money? You just told me you're broke. I'll get a job. I'll work 2 jobs. Maria, even if you could find them. Do you know what pawn shops charge to buy back jewelry? No. Usually double what they paid for it. So you'd need $40 and to buy back jewelry you sold for 20,000. Then that's what I'll do. It would take you years. Then it takes years. I looked at this woman I trusted. This woman I'd welcomed into my family. Maria, do you understand what you've done? I stole from you. You did more than that. You destroyed my trust. You violated my home. You stole my memories. I can make it right. How can you make it right? My grandmother's pearls are gone. Arthur's last gifts to me are gone. I'll replace them. With what? Replicas? Fake memories? I don't know.
But I'll do something.
Maria, there's nothing you can do. What's done is done. So what happens now? Now you're going to pack your things and leave my house. Where am I supposed to go? That's not my problem anymore. What about Robert? What about him? Are you going to tell him? I thought about my son, my only child. I don't know. Please don't. It would kill him. Maybe he needs to know what kind of woman he married. I'm not a bad person. I just made bad choices. Bad choices. Maria, you spent 3 years systematically stealing from your husband's mother. That's not bad choices. I'll go to counseling. Good for you. I'll pay you back every penny. With what money? I'll figure it out. Maria, stop making promises you can't keep. What do you want from me? I want you to leave. Tonight. It's 3 a.m. You should have thought about that before you became a thief. Maria stood up slowly. Mom Eleanor, I love you. No, you don't. You love what I have. There's a difference. That's not true. Maria, if you loved me, you wouldn't have stolen from me. I was desperate. Desperate people ask for help. Thieves steal. Maria walked toward the door. I'll pack my things. Leave the pearl necklace on the dresser. She pulled it out of her pocket and set it down gently. Mom Eleanor. What? I really am sorry. I believe you're sorry you got caught.
I'm sorry I hurt you.
Good. Maybe that means you won't hurt the next person who trusts you. Maria left my room. I heard her packing in the guest room for the next hour. When her car pulled out of the driveway, I sat down and cried. Not for the jewelry. I could replace jewelry. I cried for the trust that could never be replaced. The next morning, Robert called. Mom, Maria says she left your house last night. What happened? We had a disagreement. About what? Robert, that's between Maria and me. She won't tell me what happened. She's been crying all morning. Maybe you should ask her what she's been doing for the past 3 years. What does that mean? It means your wife has been lying to you about more than just your fight. Mom, what are you talking about? I almost told him. Right then, I almost explained everything. But Robert loved Maria. Despite her flaws, he loved her. Robert, you need to have a serious conversation with your wife about money. Money and honesty. Mom, you're scaring me. Good. You should be scared. Your wife has been keeping secrets from you. Big secrets. What kind of secrets? The kind that destroy marriages. Are you going to tell me what happened or not? I'm going to let Maria tell you, if she's capable of honesty. Mom, Robert, I love you, but I can't have Maria in my house anymore. Why? Because I don't trust her. With what? With anything? I hung up. 3 days later, Robert called back. Mom, we need to talk. Did Maria tell you the truth? She told me everything? Everything? About the debt? About the jewelry? About the lying? What are you going to do? I don't know. She says she wants to get counseling, make amends. What do you want? I want to know if you're going to press charges. Do you think I should? I think she's sick, Mom. I think stealing became an addiction. Robert, your wife stole family heirlooms. Pieces that belonged to your grandmother, your grandfather. I know. She sold your father's last gifts to me to pay credit card bills. I know. And you think counseling is going to fix that? I think she needs help. She needs consequences. Mom, if you press charges, she'll go to jail. Maybe that's where she belongs. She's my wife. She's a thief. Both things can be true. Robert was right. Robert, I need time to think. How much time? I don't know. Mom, I love you. And I love her. This is tearing me apart. It should be tearing you apart. Your wife violated your family. I know. Robert, can I ask you something? Sure. Did you know about the debt? Some of it. But not all of it. Not even half of it. What else has she been lying about? I don't know. We're working through it in counseling. Robert, how can you trust someone who lied to you for years? I don't know if I can. Then why are you trying to save the marriage? Because when you love someone, you try to save them, even when they're destroying you. I don't know, Mom. I really don't know. A month later, Maria sent me a letter. Dear Mom Eleanor, I know you probably don't want to hear from me, but I wanted you to know I'm in counseling. Real counseling. And I'm facing what I did. I stole from you. I violated your trust. I hurt you in ways I'm just beginning to understand. I can't undo what I did. I can't bring back your grandmother's pearls or your mother's brooch, but I can promise you I'll spend the rest of my life trying to become someone worthy of forgiveness. I don't expect you to forgive me now. Maybe not ever, but I want you to know I understand what I took from you wasn't just jewelry. It was history. It was love. It was trust. And I'm sorry. I'm truly, deeply sorry. Love, Maria. I read the letter 3 times, then I threw it away. 6 months later, Robert visited alone. How are you, Mom? I'm okay. How are you? Maria and I are separated. I'm sorry. Are you? I'm sorry you're in pain. I'm not sorry she's gone. The counselor says I have trust issues now. You should have trust issues. Your wife stole from your family. But Mom, how do I move forward? How do I trust anyone again? Very carefully. That's not much of a life. It's better than being married to a thief. Robert was quiet for a long time. Mom, I have something for you. He pulled out a small velvet box. Inside was my grandmother's pearl necklace. Where did you find it? Maria tracked down the pawn shop. She's been working 3 jobs to buy back everything she could find. How much did it cost? 2,000. She sold it for 500 or something like that. I held the necklace in my hands. It looked the same, but it felt different. Robert, I know. She still stole from me. I know. She still lied to you for years. I know. So why are you giving me this? Because it belongs to you. And maybe it means she's trying to change. Or maybe it means she's trying to buy forgiveness. Does it matter why? If the result is the same, yes, Robert. Intent matters. I put the necklace back in the box. Thank you for bringing this to me. Are you going to keep it? It's mine. Of course I'm going to keep it. I mean, are you going to wear it? I thought about it. No. Why not? Because every time I look at it, I'll remember that my daughter-in-law stole it from me. Mom, Robert, some things can't be fixed. Some trust can't be rebuilt. So what am I supposed to do? Whatever you think is right. What would Dad do? Your father would have pressed charges the night I caught her. Really? Your father believed in consequences. What do you believe in? Believe in protecting myself from people who hurt me. Even family. Especially family. They have the power to hurt you the most. Robert left that day looking older than when he arrived. Maria sent me birthday cards for the next 2 years. I threw them all away. She and Robert divorced eventually. He's dating someone new now, a teacher named Susan. I like Susan. She's honest, simple, not interested in my jewelry. Last week, I updated my will. Everything goes to Robert now. He can decide what to do with the family heirlooms. I hope he chooses more carefully than I did. I'm 82 now. I still live alone. I still have most of my jewelry, but I keep it in a safe deposit box at the bank. Because I learned something important about trust. Once it's broken forever. You can forgive, you can move on, but you can never unknow what someone is capable of. Maria taught me that the hard way.